Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call Wise Man Lawyers. Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call Wise Man Lawyers. Don't face that court alone. Let the Wise Man team get you back on the road. Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call the Wise Man team at Wise Man Lawyers.
Alright, today I'm at Maroochydore Magistrates Court. Client was charged with high range drink driving. It was very high range, reading at .242, so high range kicks in at .15, and obviously .242 is well past that. It's almost 5 times the legal limit. Worst case, a lifetime loss of licence. Mandatory minimum is technically 6 months, but again, that kicks at .15. You're never going to get 6 months when you're over .2, particularly when you're well over .2, which my client was. We always say, look, put it this way, if she went by herself with a lawyer that didn't specialise, she wouldn't get much change out of 18 to 24 months, so a year and a half to 2 years. We always say if we can get it down under 12 months, it's a good outcome. Obviously I always try to get it as low as I can, but if we can walk out with 12 months, it's a good outcome. And we had that discussion with the client, .242, you just, if you expect anything less than 12 with vigorous representation, you're being unreasonable. And if you go there with, the guy that did your conveyancing, you're not going to get any change out of 18 months. We got her to complete the reformatory course we get all of their clients to do. Got her to get references. I drilled down pretty deep into the background, especially some trauma over the last 2 years and the mental health sort of consequences of that trauma in preparing my submissions. So I put quite a bit of effort into it. No more than I do with any other client, but I guess I took a slightly different approach to what I ordinarily would. Prepared my submissions, drove up this morning, met the client at court. Again, .242. Very hard to, for non-specialists to get it under 18 months. Ordinarily, it's quite difficult for me to get it under 12, but I'm normally successful in getting it close to it. But to get it substantially lower than 12 is quite difficult. You've got to, take a tactical approach, a heartstring approach, and, basically you've got to attack it from all angles in preparing and making your submissions. I'm not going to go into details because it's quite personal to the client, but I basically took the words out of both the prosecutor and the magistrate's mouth. It was quite an unfortunate story, and there wasn't a great deal to say by the time I was done, other than the magistrate giving their penalty. Look, you can't get a work licence when you're high range, so that was never an option. So my job was one of getting it down as low as possible. But in addition to that, given she's a qualified JP and there was other, reasons, look, this is not a criminal matter, it's a traffic matter. It's ordinarily quite difficult to get no conviction recorded for low or mid-range. Given it's not a criminal conviction, it's a traffic conviction. If it was a criminal conviction, yes, there'd be consequences, but as a traffic conviction, there's really, you're drawing a long bow to try and convince a magistrate that their world's going to be turned upside down if they've got a traffic conviction. It's like selling snow to the SCMOs, come on, blah, 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 and the magistrate's just sitting there going, you've given me nothing here. All you've given me is just fanciful sort of stories of what might happen in the future, because there's no documentation that it can be handed up, or there is, but it's not well known, and you have to dig hard for it. Like the case law says, if you're pushing for no conviction recorded, you need to hand up documentary evidence supporting the submission that detriment will result. And as a side issue, that case is the matter of Grohl, as in Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters. He got done for DUI on the Gold Coast, about 15 years ago when he was here for the big day out. But anyway, I'm going off point. The case of Grohl tells magistrates that you've got to record a conviction for traffic matters unless there's some documentary evidence that there's going to be turmoil. And just for the record, Grohl had a conviction recorded, so he was unsuccessful in trying to get no conviction recorded. But there is little documentation that can be handed up proving that it's going to destroy careers and all the rest of it. So it's hard to get it for low range, and the higher the reading, the less inclined a magistrate is to grant naked conviction recorded, because, you know, if you got reading a .242, the assumption is, well, no, you know, you got yourself in this mess, people should know about it. But anyway, look, I did make substantive verbal submissions on that point as well, given it was important to the client. So again, my job was getting it down as low as possible, disqualification-wise. Push as hard as I can for no conviction recorded. But again, I explained to the client that the odds are it will be recorded over it not being given the reading. But I was ultimately successful on both fronts. Got the disqualification down to 10 months, and as I said, that's a reading of .242. So 10 months is very good. 12 months would have been very good. 10 months is excellent. It was never going to be any less than that for the reading like that. .242. Reasonable fine, and I was also, after some tap dancing, successful in persuading the magistrate not to record a conviction. So 10-month disqualification for a reading of .242, modest fine, no conviction recorded. Client, as you would expect, is relieved, very happy. I'm Andrew Wiseman at Maroochydore Magistrates Court. Thanks for watching. Hi, I'm Andrew Wiseman from Wiseman Lawyers, Queensland's only truly dedicated drug, alcohol and traffic offence law firm. If you face loss of licence, loss of vehicle imprisonment or anything in between at any court in Queensland, we can and will help you today. This is our specialty. This is all we do. Give us a call, 1300 947 352. I look forward to helping you resolve your issue today.
Don't face that court alone. Let the wise man team get you back on the road. Does your license need saving?